Hello and welcome to the 21st episode of Fractured Kingdom. Before we start, if you have not subscribed yet, please make sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified every time we release a new video. Also, we have exciting news. Pete, aka Corvus, is back with us.
Yay! Yay!
And without further ado, let us begin. Last we left off, the Crown Gall sought out help for their ward Emma as her mind was under attack by the mysterious astral hive mind some call the Nightmare Collective. They then began their quest to convince an ancient copper dragon named Riyellis to hand over 2 legendary swords that would aid the church in the second impending fracture war. Riyellis told the party the swords were not in his lair, but instead in a ghoul-infested cavern. Outside the cavern, the party met a curious goblin archaeologist named Mymi who, along with her pet bear Barnibald, was researching a long-lost archdemon of shadow known as Umbra, and agreed to help the party. Inside the cavern, everyone found old cave paintings depicting strange waves along with a distinct crescent moon, a symbol which Ori recognized from a charm worn by her stepmother. The party also found a swarm of ghouls, and after slaying them, several ghast, and a giant frog abomination, the party found a chest in the bottom of a pool. The chest only contained 2 old and rusty swords. Riyellis then appeared, reveling in a successful quote-unquote prank, and told the party he would consider letting out the swords if war indeed returned to Prada. But now, in the late evening of the 20th of Sunpeak, the party is left with several worries. What will it take to convince Riyellis and the king that a second fracture war is really a threat? Will the church and the deans of Eastmarch University be able to help Emma? And what is going on with Corvus, their party member who has not been heard from in almost 3 weeks after leaving with the wizard Alabaster Stein? The Crown Gall contemplates all these questions as they look for the best place within the cavern full of dead ghouls and ghasts to take a short rest.
Okay guys, so I guess we're not getting those swords.
I don't know about anybody else, but I could use a rest.
Well, yeah. Do we want to stay down here, or do we want to try to get out of the cave first?
How long did it take us to get down here?
I'd say it'd be probably a little under an hour.
I wouldn't mind trying to get out first. I don't know how anybody else feels.
Yeah, it's a risk, right? Like, if we stay, more ghouls might show up, but if we leave,
more ghasts might show up.
More ghouls and ghasts might show up, and we have to fight them, So
let me cast. How are people doing on hit points? I can charge people up a little bit.
I'm just under half, but I'll just cast Healing Spirit on myself, then get 4d6 of healing on myself at least, so I can take care of that. So I'll give myself 13, and that should get me good for a while.
How
about you, Mari?
Yeah, I'm doing real bad, but I'm worried about you having spell slots in case we have to fight our way out.
I've got lots.
If you could, I would love a little.
How does 13 do?
Amazing, thank you. At least gets me back up to bloodied.
And 5 more.
Thank you.
And 10 more.
Oh wow, thank you.
And I still have one more second level slot, so I could do Healing Spirit again if anyone else wants some. I don't know how you're doing, Mickey.
I think Ori's not doing good either.
I don't know what
I'm only
Ori's
down
doing.
20.
Yeah.
Why don't I lay on hands? I'll lay on hands for 10 for now.
Alright, thank you.
Alright, let's try and get out of here.
Yeah, let's do that.
With the Crown Gall beginning their trek out of the cave, let's have everyone make perception checks. While Ash is being distracted once again by Dash, the rest of the party keep their eyes and ears about them, and as they walk through the catacombs, they do not find any more ghouls or ghasts that are alive. And doing so, the party reaches the tall, nearly vertical wall that the party scaled down to get here.
Fabulous. I think we left the rope on the... Oh no, we left the hide. Okay, so I'll fly up with the rope?
Yeah.
Sure.
And tie it off to something, and then I'll fly back down and, help everybody up. just like we got down.
Yeah, we can just climb up the rope then.
Let's have everyone make athletics checks with advantage. Besides Mari, because she can fly.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no.
Yes!
Oh, no.
Wow.
Thank you, Mickey.
So as Ori is climbing up, she slips and falls backwards halfway through, falling onto Mari once again. So both of you,
Oh.
so let's have Ori will take 4 points of damage, bludgeoning damage from the fall, and Mari will take 3.
Great.
With Mari making sure to stay closer to Ori and eventually helping Ori up, Ash will go up next. And unfortunately, the same exact thing happened with Ash. Ash got a little bit farther than Ori, but still fell onto Mari as Ash takes 3 points of damage and Mari takes another 2.
Righty. Killing it, folks.
That was a really tough battle. I think we're just tired.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Really tough battle for nothing.
Mickey is able to climb up without much problems at all. And after Dash is being picked up by Mari only carries him about halfway through before Dash poofs, and he appears on the ledge right next to Ash.
Good boy.
With the party up, they follow the chalk arrows which were left by a previous adventurer through these maze-like tunnels. And as everyone keeps an eye and ear out for any other threats, they do not find any. And so everyone steps outside, and as they look, the party sees all 4 of their horses looking very bored.
Yay! I give Special K a scritch behind the ear, and then I retrieve the movable rod.
Make an animal handling check, Ori.
Oops, still on my.
Special K will turn his head to make sure you get just the right spot in the back of its neck.
Aw. Well, back to Anatolia, I suppose.
We want to take a quick break before, or do we just want to get going?
Maybe not right by the ghoul-infested cave. Maybe we can get a little clear of it, just in case they come out at night or something.
Not a bad idea.
At this point, you will reach fully nightfall in about half an hour, and the party did have quite a long days of travel, because this is still the same day that the party went into Riyellis' cave in the morning, so you'd probably need to take a long rest before you do too much travel.
I don't want to hunker down right here.
Right here,
Let's just-
yeah.
Let's get that half hour away or 20 minutes away then and
Yeah.
head down for the night.
Let's have everyone make a perception check.
Woohoo.
Nice.
While Ash is still being pestered by Dash, who is feeling very neglected so far today, especially since there's a bigger, quote-unquote, better pet in Barnibald earlier with Mymi. The rest of the party do spot, as they're walking away from the cave, a second smaller cave, which will provide cover for the party, minus the horses.
The person keeping watch can stand outside with the horses, and then...
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks good for me.
So I'll just do my usual take the second 2 watches.
Anybody else have strong feelings?
No. I can go first, that's fine.
Okay, I'll take next.
I'll go 3.
Right before the party begins their long rest, and before Ash begins his night watch, Mickey receives a sending message from Varol, the head of his cleric order. Varol says, "Michaelmas, this is Varol here. I finished transcribing all of the important information you will need to know for your quest, so come down to..."
Of course. I'll let the other folks know that Varol sent to me, and then I'll back to Varol. Your message cut off after, before you told us where we were to go to meet you or get the information. Please send again.
Oh, my mistake. I'm still not quite used to this spell, but as long as you and your friends can come on down to the...
Yes. I mean, you still get a reply.
Yeah, I still get to reply. So you got cut off again. Please start with the place where you want us to go to.
After a moment, Mickey receives a third sending message from Varol, who says, "Oh, okay, maybe I should start with that important part in future messages, but I'm in the basement of the library here in Lux of..."
Good enough. We got a
Yep.
city. We can narrow it down.
Yep. So I'll send back to him then. We'll be making our way back to Lux. We're away south of Anatoly still, so it will be a while.
Right.
Let's have everyone make perception checks for their night watch.
I did it.
Whoa.
So did I.
Great watches, everyone.
With everyone keeping a close watch on their surroundings to make sure there aren't any more ghouls or ghast or froghemoths that wander by. The party does not see anything, but everyone at one point in the night does have a strange feeling as if something is watching them.
Ori will look for Sparrow Friend if that is the case, or any flies.
Or he does see a couple flies.
Well, I don't want to waste spell slots on this random fly, so I'll just try to swat at them.
Make a dexterity check. Or he tries to swat the flies who quickly fly away and do not return.
Good riddance. It better not be you.
And with the sun rising on the 21st of Sun Peak, everyone reaches level 9.
Wow, wow.
Yay.
So this is a silly question. Does that include me as well?
That does include you as well, yes. So let's have everyone roll for HP.
I could roll higher than like a 2. That'd be amazing.
Another 3.
Whoa!
All right, Ash, you can treat...
No, I'm alright.
So you had a 2 plus 1. You can treat that as a 4 plus 1, so 5 increase on your HP.
Okay.
And then for Mickey, you can treat your 3 roll as a 4.
Gotcha.
Corvus, you can treat your 2 roll as a 4 also, so plus 8 on your HP.
Wait, Corvus didn't roll a crit on his hit dice?
I think that's the... Corvus only rolled a 2 on his hit die. Yeah, that's the lowest you've rolled by like 6, right?
Yeah, that's not the best. But you know what? I'm still doing okay with hit points.
Also, more fun news. Our proficiency bonus went up.
And with everyone in the Crown Gall finishing their long rest, everyone wakes up, and as they get ready for the day's travel by eating a quick breakfast from their rations, everyone suddenly sees an oval-shaped orange arcane portal, roughly 7 feet tall, appear next to them. As everyone reaches for their weapons, they see stepping through the portal a tall half-orc with a neck tattoo ringing all the way around his neck. Party sees Corvus.
Corvus! Is it really him? I think Ori like goes to hug him and then like pauses for a second and be like, is this really Corvus?
Well, well, well. It isn't my little loose ends.
What?
Huh?
Corvus, what the heck? What does that mean?
Do not call me by that name. Your feeble-minded friend is gone.
I slapped Corvus.
Let's have everyone roll for initiative.
No!
Just wanted to knock some sense into him. I didn't mean to start a fight.
Oh, good. Good.
Great. This is great. Love this for us.
Truly.
Wait to get really beat up again by Corvus.
So after Ash slaps Corvus in the face, trying to knock some sense into his fellow Bash Bro, the party watches as Corvus reaches for a weapon. So Corvus, what do you do?
I'm going to enter my rage as a bonus action, and I'm going to say, "How dare you strike the mighty Alabaster Stein!" and then make a reckless attack against Ash. 28
Yeah, that might hit.
for 11 slashing and 5 radiant. And then I'm also going to make a reckless attack against Mari.
That's right, you have reach.
Oh no, he has reach.
That will also hit.
For 14 slashing. And then that's the end of my turn.
With Corvus calling himself Alabaster Stein and attacking the party, it is Ash who is next to react.
I'm going to pull out my rapier, and then I'm just going to try to hit him. And I get advantage, right, because it was reckless?
Correct, yes.
Yep.
Okay. 22 to hit.
That will hit.
For 10 piercing, and then I'll do another one.
Will also hit.
Yes, with Colossus Slayer.
For another 18. And then I say, Corvus, wake up! And then I'm gonna, as a cunning action, take the dodge action.
Ash forgets the slapping and tries just attacking with his rapier to try to get Corvus to wake up out of whatever is happening to his body. In the meantime, it is Michaelmas's turn.
So I'll cast Dominate Person, so that's a Wisdom saving throw, but because you're attacking us, you get to make it at advantage.
I get to make it at advantage? Oh boy. I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna use Fanatical Focus.
Oh!
What does that do?
It's a reroll. Let me double check to see
reroll.
if that would be...
Do at advantage?
Yeah, it's the reroll at advantage.
Yeah, reroll at advantage.
Silvery barbs.
So many rolls.
Roll
Alright.
again.
Corvus,
Another
roll again with
reroll.
advantage.
Oh, dang.
19.
I'm gonna give myself advantage with silvery barbs.
And because that was an enchantment as a bonus action, I will move up to Corvus and I'll... Corvus, stop it! And I'll
Yeah.
see the light and I'll call down the sacred flames. Terrible roll. DC 17 dex save.
You do get advantage, Corvus, because of your danger sense.
Heck.
22.
Okay, so that's a nothing because it's a cantrip. And I am there. Now I'm done.
Corvus or Stein, whatever is happening here, is able to resist all of Mickey's spells. With Mickey running forward, it's now Mari's turn.
So, I think I might try protection from evil and good. Like, if he's possessed, maybe...
Yeah, if Alabaster Stein is like an undead or a vampire or whatever. Good.
Maybe?
Maybe.
Yep.
I'm gonna try it.
Worth a shot.
So I move up to him, because I have to touch him.
Mari
Try.
runs up
It
and...
says willing creature you can touch.
Oh, that is a one willing creature.
Oh, willing. Yeah.
Dang it.
Oh, alright, then I'm just gonna hit him. Or try to hit him.
Attack at advantage.
I will re-roll that, sorry. 23 for 8.
That sure hits.
I'm gonna Divine Smite.
Yeah!
But only at a first level.
He's
Another
not a
five.
fiend or undead.
Yeah. That's 13 total for that first one, and then I'll try and hit him again.
That also hits.
For another 12.
I mean, if he's being possessed and Corvus was willing, but Alabaster Stein wasn't, could you still, if like Corvus inside potentially is willing? I don't know.
For the purposes of this, I'm gonna say he is not a willing creature.
Fair. And that's my turn.
With Mari taking an aggressive approach by smiting Corvus, it is now Ori's turn.
Ori's gonna do something a little new. She starts taking a step forward, but then she poofs into like a cloud of kind of black and white mist, and she misty steps
Yay.
away. And then she points her rapier, or her hand, I guess more probably, and Eldritch Blast Corvus a couple times.
Couple times.
You can
That
still
hit.
attack at advantage.
Oh, right, advantage. 21.
That will hit.
7. Great. Great rolls.
With Ori Misty stepping to get behind Corvus, he's not expecting it. As he turns his head back to look at the drow, he gets hit in the side by 2 Eldritch Blasts, which only make him even more angry. So,
Corvus, snap out of it!
Oh.
what do you do, Corvus?
Your feeble attempts at magic are no match for me. And
Oh,
I'm gonna
jeez.
make a reckless attack against Mickey.
I'm gonna Sentinel.
Yikes. Oh.
Oh, jeez. Silvery Barbs. Sentinel doesn't stop the attack, does it?
No.
Alright, so I'm gonna Silvery Barbs that crit, actually.
Alright, so reroll the attack, Corvus.
That's still hit, but not a crit.
17 slashing and 6 radiant.
So I am
Holy
resistant to
smoke.
radiant, so that's only 3.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on. I think I calculate. Don't take that damage yet. I messed up. I got a new level
2d10,
9.
Yeah, it should be 11
Yep.
and 6 for 17 total damage.
I get an extra damage die on a crit, and I put it in the wrong spot.
Okay.
And then, you know what? I'm gonna swing at Mickey again with another reckless attack.
Jeez.
Then I want to do my sentinel at some point too and hit him.
Or another 11 slashing.
With Corvus getting in 2 painful strikes into Michaelmas' stomach, Mari gets to use a reaction to attack Corvus again.
21 to hit for 10.
Bonus action. Oh, I can't move, can I? Because he hit me with the sentinel.
Correct.
Then I'll use my bonus action to swing at Mari with the other end of my halberd. So 9 bludgeoning.
With Corvus making 3 angry attacks at the people standing around him, it is Ash who is next to go.
Can I do some sort of insight check on this tattoo on Corvus's neck? That wasn't there before, correct?
Corvus would have gotten his neck tattoo in the downtime right before he left, so you would
Okay,
recognize the tattoo as him.
I don't remember if it was a new tattoo or not. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna do something stupid here.
Do it.
Corvus, I know you're in there. Come out. This is something that I know you wanted. And I'm gonna cast Jump on Corvus. And then, that's my action, and then my bonus action, I'm just gonna dodge.
Jump? What is jump?
I'm trying to persuade Corvus to come out, and I know he wants to jump.
Do that. We're
So,
all gonna die.
Die!
so Corvus, your jump distance is now tripled for the next minute.
Great, now it can come after me!
I didn't say it was a good idea. I'm trying to get Corvus to come out.
What is Corvus's reaction to that?
You are almost as foolish as your friend.
Hey!
With Ash taking a different approach to stop Corvus, we now go back to Mickey.
So a touch spell that I wanted to do on Corvus, would I need to do a 2-hit roll? Or can I just touch him and cast it?
It depends on the spell. Which spell are we asking about?
I was going to do remove curse, but I don't, never mind. I'll just do spell magic.
Mickey, make a wisdom check.
11.
You cast the spell magic, but it does not seem to have any effect on Corvus.
Wait, does it get rid of jump?
Okay.
I mean,
What level is wait, it was jump first level, right?
First. Yep.
Yes. So while you do not see any apparent changes to Corvus, Corvus would realize he no longer has the ability to triple his jump distance.
Oops. Sorry, Ash. That's not what I was trying to do.
Oh, it probably works out.
Yeah, I think that's good.
My thing clearly failed.
Well, he hadn't attacked us. But, yeah. Okay, I'm done.
After Mickey undid Ash's failed attempt to persuade Corvus, we now go back to Mari.
I'm gonna try something else again. I'm gonna try and cast command, and I'm gonna say stop.
Ooh.
Okay, Corvus, make a wisdom saving throw.
Wah wah.
Those wisdom saves.
With Mori yelling stop at Corvus, everyone watches as Corvus suddenly, still keeping both hands on his weapon, but he lowers it down as he looks like he's going to stop attacking.
How long is this good for?
Around.
A round. Oh boy.
Well, now what do we do, guys? that's my turn. That's my action.
Wait, if I cast detect magic on someone who is like possessed or somehow magically influenced, could I see that on them with detect magic?
I do not believe so. Let me double check what detect magic says. I'm gonna say you cannot sense a possession with it, no.
Okay, well, I guess I could run up and like try to tie his arms? Oh, God. I just don't feel like that's gonna go well.
Yeah.
No, stay back. If you could, go back a little bit farther even.
What? You think I should just attack him then?
If we attack him, does it end?
The command, no.
Corvus has to
No.
follow your command on his next turn, so on his next turn, he will have to stop.
I mean, should I attack him, do you think? Or, ooh, how about, actually, I'm not gonna attack him. I am going to use detect thoughts.
Ooh,
So, that's what I'll do. That's a better idea.
love that idea.
First I'm gonna cast, Mind Sliver. That should be an 18 intelligence save. Great.
Ooh,
And
that was
then-
pretty close, though. That was pretty
Yeah.
That was a good
Close
roll,
for
but
comfort.
not good enough. And then I'm gonna quicken cast Detect Thoughts. So you have a minus 1d4 to this save.
And it's a wisdom save?
Oh, I don't think you actually I don't think you save until I probe deeper.
Yes, there's no save for the initial surface thoughts.
Oh, right, sorry. So you don't actually save now. But I do get Corvus's surface thoughts.
His surface thoughts are that all of you are beneath him.
Jeez.
Is he trying to kill us?
Yes, he is.
From deeper.
I will on my next turn. I can do that. And I'm just gonna make him do any saving throws. So then he can still get the minus 1d4 when I probe further into his mind.
Okay.
That's all for Ori.
I don't have anything that isn't a saving throw, Ori.
Well,
So,
why is
Corvus.
that, Mickey?
Because I'm a cleric.
Well, if you think using it's better than me reading deeper into his thoughts, go for it.
Yeah, if I
Corvus
can
is
get a hold person on it, then you can
But it's Corvus.
update me whenever.
So I interpret stop as the same as halt, meaning the target doesn't move and takes no actions. Would you say the same thing, Jacob?
Yes, correct. So, with Corvus standing there, not doing anything, your rage will end at the end of the turn.
Yep, that's how it goes.
And with the command spell from Mari ending Corvus's rage, we now go back to Ash.
Question for Ori about Mind Sliver. If I try to do a contested strength against him to grab away his weapon, will that make a saving throw or anything? Or like, will that?
That's not a
contested throw-
save, that's an athletics
But
check.
but it has to be a saving throw. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to rip away Corvus's weapon.
Okay, let's have Ash and Corvus make athletics checks.
Silvery barbs on Corvus.
Nice.
Corvus
That
once
silvery
again is hit by the painful ringing in his ears of the silvery barbs from Ori. He's unable to hold on to his glaive, which is ripped out of his hands by Ash.
I guess I'll give advantage to Mari.
Okay. Then I'm gonna run away with with Corvus's weapon.
I tried that once. It
Yeah, I
didn't work too well.
30.
You have
and
a horse and
then
ride away.
I'll bonus action, cunning action, dash, so I can get.
That will provoke an opportunity attack from Corvus if Corvus would like to make an unarmed strike.
That's fine.
Yeah, definitely. 16?
Just hits.
Dang.
7 bludgeoning.
All right. Well, I got your weapon. Ha 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 ha.
Neener.
With Ash pulling away with Corvus's glaive and running off like a bandit, that'll take us to Mickey's turn.
I will hold person.
Minus 1d4.
7.
So you are paralyzed for the duration.
Paralyzed.
1 minute. So read his thoughts, probe deeper.
Yeah, I guess I can just spam that for a minute.
Yes, while paralyzed, you cannot move or speak.
I like.
I
to
mean, maybe,
think
like-
there's still murder in my eyes, though.
Grapple him, maybe, Mari?
Okay. Can I
mean-
get that at advantage?
Well, you probably would need to roll it right now, right? Because he can't move. So you'd roll it maybe when he became unparalyzed, right?
Yeah, since Corvus can't move, I'd say you'd easily be able to grapple him.
But you could get advantage for when he does become unparalyzed.
Can we push him to the ground to get him prone?
You wouldn't have advantage on checks if he's unparalyzed, just be normal. But you can...
Well, I gave Mari silvery barbs, so the next roll she makes.
yeah, so because of
would be
that,
at advantage.
how long does the advantage from silvery barbs last? How long after she receives it?
Ba-ba-ba. 1 minute. So that's how long the hold person lasts. So
Yeah, so yes, that'd be just enough time. So would the party like to knock Corvus prone too?
Yeah.
Yeah, knock him prone. Knock him prone.
Mari drops Corvus down on the ground on his back and locks him in a tight hold, making sure he's grappled, while Ori probes deeper into Corvus's mind.
18 wisdom save.
Oh,
That was lucky.
So move a little bit forward. What do I see in Corvus's mind?
Give me a second while I double check detect thought, since it is a giant blob of
It
words.
is quite the wall.
Hopefully what he's thinking is, whatever it is, I hope that whatever they do, I hope it's not this. Which is the answer to what we have to do.
What do we need to do?
So, probing deeper, Ori sees that within Corvus's thoughts, you do not actually see Corvus's thoughts, you only see Alabaster Stein's thoughts.
What about them do I see?
You see that Stein, along with a second Stein, you saw there was a very sick-looking Stein on a table next to a second table which had Corvus paralyzed and bound, and it appeared that through some kind of ritual, Stein's mind was transferred into Corvus's body.
Is there any way I could, like, roll an Arcana check to see if I think this, like, erased Corvus's mind?
Sure, make an Arcana
completely?
check.
Or if it, like, suppressed it? I mean, I'm no good at these, but I'll try. Oh, a 0!
You have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea. I guess I'll quickly say, yeah, it looks like Alabaster replaced Corvus's mind with his own. I don't know if he, like, deleted it or if he repressed it or what. I mean, maybe, like, a greater restoration, Mickey? I don't know.
I don't have the spell slot because I tried to dominate him.
So what do we do?
Tie him up and put him on a horse and go kill Alabaster Stein and Lux?
We're gonna have to tie him up real good.
Yeah, I know it's not a great idea, but I don't. We can't just kill Corvus.
Well, no, we're absolutely not gonna kill Corvus.
But we can knock him unconscious. He's
Absolutely, we can knock him unconscious.
Yeah.
He's.
We're gonna knock him unconscious.
I wish we could cast sleep.
so I can-
Unfortunately, a minute has passed,
Oh,
and with Corvus no longer paralyzed, this will now be Mari's turn.
I'm gonna hit him. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him. Right? This is all I can do.
You have advantage because he's prone.
oof.
I don't know how you want to do this. Do you want to take the 10 and the...
22.
Yeah, I'll take the 10 damage, yes.
Oh, okay.
Bloody.
Versus bloodied. Okay, I'm also gonna smite him again. We gotta get him way down before anything will happen.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, and then I'm gonna hit him again. I'm not gonna say, at some point I'm gonna switch to non-lethal damage, but not until we get lower.
I mean, you can still say it and it'll still do the full damage.
Is that, okay.
There's no differential.
There's no downside, okay. So I'm doing non-lethal damage. So I'll try and hit him again. 25 to hit for another 12. And then I might as well smite again. And I'm gonna smite...
Okay, your smite probably can't be controlled as.
But he was just bloody.
He was
so
just
it's
bloody.
Probably fine.
Oh yeah, he's a big boy. I forget how big he is.
Yeah.
A large lad, our Corvus.
So another 12.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
With Mari unsure of what else to do besides try to knock out Corvus, it is now Ori's turn.
Alright, we got a little excited. I think we got a little excited about probing deeper into his mind. So I think we kind of did my turn and then Mari's turn. So I think it's technically Corvus' turn.
Okay,
the probing
Corvus.
deeper should be in action.
I'm gonna enter my rage. I'm gonna stand up, and am I still grappled, or no?
Yes, you are grappled.
Okay.
Well, if Mari's got her shield in one hand and she hit him with the sword with the other, she can't
Yeah, I think I
grapple.
probably let him go to hit him.
Okay. So you are no longer grappled.
Do I still have my other weapons, Jacob? I mean, I was carrying a person with me.
Yes, you do have all of your other weapons.
Corvus, stop!
Alright, then I'm gonna pull out my maul.
God.
And I'm going to first make a reckless attack against Mickey. 22 to hit.
Yeah, 22 hits.
Da-doofda.
I'm gonna sentinel. We've come around again, right? So I should have my reaction back.
Yes, you have a reaction back. So after Mickey takes another 17 points of damage, this time from Corvus's maul.
The radiant is halved because I'm Azamar.
Oh, that's right. Mari, you do get your attack now.
14.
Was that reckless attack Corvus did?
Yeah, so this would be advantage.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
25 for 11.
You still get your second attack this turn, Corvus.
Yep. And I'm gonna look at Mari and say, know that before I took your friend, he begged like a coward. And make one more attack against Mickey
What?
for another 13 bludgeoning.
Ouch. I am very close here, guys.
Okay.
With Corvus taunting Mari as he attacks Mickey, is now Ash's turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast Healing Spirit, and I'm gonna have the fox spirit appear basically right on top of Mickey. So when his turn starts, he'll get a D6 of health, and then I'm going to.
Excellent. Thank you.
I can't quite reach Corvus, but I will take out my longbow, and I'm just gonna try to shoot him. Do a little bit of damage. 17 to hit.
It should be with advantage. I made reckless attacks.
Oh. Anyway, 17 does not hit then?
17 will hit.
Okay, so it does 9, and then I'll do the second attack then. 26 to hit. For 10, I suppose I should get Colossus Slayer in there, and I do get sneak attack because it was with advantage. So yeah, so 9, 19 plus another 11, so 30, probably halved because you're raging.
I'm gonna use Relentless Endurance.
Ah, that's good. So we know how many hit points he has. And then
1.
I guess I'll just move up 30 feet.
The party sees Ash fire an arrow, which they know from their past experiences of seeing Ash work in battles. It should have killed Corvus. But Corvus finds an inner strength and is still standing. With that, is your turn, Mickey.
And Mickey, you get 5 healing from my healing spirit.
Excellent. Thank you. I will ready casting. Oh, there's no reason why I should wait. I will cast Hold Person on Corvus again. And DC 17 Wisdom save.
Nice.
I'm gonna do Fanatical Focus again.
Dang.
Dang it.
So concentrating on that, Mari, you should be able to
Great.
can knock him out.
Yep.
Before the spell takes hold, I just want to say, wait, if you kill me, your friend.
Yeah, we know. We're not gonna kill you.
I'm just gonna maim you a little bit.
With Corvus being paralyzed, what does the party do?
I'm gonna hit him with non-lethal damage, and before I hit him, I'm gonna say, Corvus would never beg.
Aw.
Nice.
17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That will hit. As Mari brings down the pummel of her longsword, Corvus falls unconscious.
Yay.
Now we tie him up and
Tie him to the horse! Tie him to the horse!
If you get the other healing from that healing spirit or whatever it is.
Yep.
Yeah,
How many more does
I
it
can
get?
give you 3 more D6 of that.
Nice.
So you can get 13 more.
So I felt like I had no chance at all in that fight. But how did I do regardless?
I think you did pretty good.
I think you did really good. I'm gonna give Mickey another 10 lay on hands to get another
Put
10.
Corvus on the horse, tie his legs to his hands. Put Corvus on a horse, tie his legs to his hands.
Can we, like, use the immovable rod? No, I guess we can't, because then it would stay.
No,
No,
I
because
can
it would.
stick it to the saddle. I can stick it to the saddle.
But then,
But then
Right?
wouldn't
it
the
just stop the saddle?
Wouldn't the
Oh.
stop the saddle?
Oh, it would stop the saddle. Yeah, you're right. Well, I know
That's
I
not
could. Yeah, you know, you're right. Maybe we
Once
can.
we drop him off or something, if we need to keep him in a spot while we're not
Yeah,
moving.
we'll keep it in mind.
we ride like the wind.
put Corvus on the horse.
You can't let him get a long rest in.
Just like jumps him awake every few hours, like, wake up! Don't heal. No rolling hit dice.
Let's have everyone make an investigation check.
Holy smokes.
We're all a little shook.
Yeah.
So, Ash, you do find a couple interesting things of note on Corvus's body. The first is you find a very fine-looking coin purse, which inside it does not actually have gold pieces, but instead has 535 platinum pieces.
Holy smoke.
Oh, wow.
The other interesting thing you find is a very curious helmet, which Corvus was wearing stepping through the portal. You remember seeing Stein wear it when he teleported into the inn.
Destroy. Can we cast the identify on it?
Yeah. Can this
Is
helmet
the-
teleport us?
Is the orange portal thing still there, or is it gone?
The portal disappeared right after Corvus walked through.
It might only be enough to send one of us back to Lux, but let's see. Can you cast identify on the helmet, Mari?
Mari uses her wand of identification on the helmet, and everyone finds it is a helm of teleportation.
How does the teleport spell work?
That is a good question. It allows you to teleport with up to 8 willing creatures of your choice that you can see within 10 feet of you.
If Corvus is unconscious, can he count as willing?
No, he cannot.
We could bring the horses with us.
So I may have... I can't dominate him again.
I mean, can you cast command, Mari?
Command him to teleport, to join.
Yeah, join? Or,
Yeah, I could try. Although does command work on a...
well, he would have to wake up, I think.
Yeah.
We have to leave one of the horses behind.
I mean,
It's not gonna be Special K.
would we just leave the horses?
Why?
Okay, we'll bring the horses.
Or we could leave Corvus and bring all of them.
Technically, do we have to leave 2 horses behind? Because what about Dash?
No, because it's yourself plus 8, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yourself plus 8, so 9 total creatures.
So we could leave Corvus and take all the horses.
And also, I don't think we can trust... Of course, we need him to teleport us because he knows where he's going.
What? Corvus? We're going
No,
right to the
we're going
wizard
to Lux.
Oh, we're
tower.
going to the wizard. Okay.
We're going to the wizard tower in Lux. Like, that's
Okay.
where Stein is.
Somebody has to attune to it, too.
Can we take a short rest?
The party can take a short rest as someone attunes to the helm.
Well, will we take a short rest? Maybe we should tie Corvus's hands and feet behind him and stick him to the ground with the immovable rod.
Yep. We do that.
And then we take a short rest.
Who would like to attune to the helm?
Okay, before we short rest, I'm gonna cast a 2nd level cure wounds on me, and then I will convert one of my cleric things to turn undead. Channel divinities. Does anybody else need?
I mean, I could use a little bit.
I'll just use a hit die.
I'm gonna actually convert a couple sorcery points to
So I actually get 22.
Yeah, that'll be enough.
I'm gonna convert sorcery points to spell slots before the short rest. So I'm gonna get 2 level 1 spell slots back. And then get 5 sorcery points back. Yay!
I might as well do my channel divinity too, right? That makes sense. And get a spell slot back.
Technically, I don't have any attunement slots left, though I could unattune to one of the dice, the charlatan die I have. It's obviously not very important to me.
I mean, I only have the boots, so I could do it.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Then I'm gonna do 1 hit die while we're short resting.
Is there anything else I can do to keep Corvus from escaping? I mean, I guess...
Question. Can you... How big is the opening to the cave, and can you use your earthen grasp to close the front of the cave?
I mean, I guess I could, but then I need to use it again to open it up again. That
Yeah.
would be 2 kind of high-level spell slots to do
Alright.
that.
I was just asking.
No. I mean, not a terrible idea. Maybe if we were like doing like an overnight thing, it'd be worth it. But I don't know for sure. I'm guessing Corvus also gets to roll hit dice right now.
You have to have 1 hit point before you get any benefit from short rest.
Oh.
So he,
Perfect. So we won't wake him up
Corvus
until
is unconscious for some amount of time. Not quite sure when he's gonna wake up.
Oh yeah, it's like 1d4 hours, isn't it?
yeah. I'll take a medicine check.
Is it
Don.
4 hours? Is he asleep for 4 hours? That'd be awesome.
Can I tell how long he's going to be out for?
Corvus is gonna be out for at least 3 hours, possibly 4.
Probably 4. I see that roll.
What roll? I don't see a D4 roll anywhere on the screen.
Oh, my bad. I must be imagining things. Great. But now we gotta pick a horse to leave behind.
Actually, if you do not take Corvus with you, you would be able to take all the horses.
Well, we gotta take Corvus, right? Or I guess we can leave Corvus. We could leave Corvus here, collapse the cave, go take care of Stein, come back with the helm.
No.
It has 3 charges.
What if he gets out? What if somebody helps him?
Well, then we can use the last 2 charges to get the other horse back. You could just quickly go teleport us all there, then quickly teleport back to get the horse and come back, and then use the 3 charges.
What do we think?
Perfect.
Does it have 3 charges, or has it used?
Oh,
one
he
charge?
used
He
one
used
to get
one.
here. Can we tell
Yeah.
how many charges it has right now? When Mario's attuned to it, can you tell how many charges are left on it?
Yes, there are 2 charges left.
Okay. Well, I don't want to, like, tie up this horse in case we end up abandoning it and then it, like, dehydrates
Yeah.
to death. So,
We just gotta leave a horse.
who are we gonna leave? Oh, boy.
My horse decided to take off on its own that one day. I'll tell him to head towards Anatoly. That's where we got him, right?
Or,
Yeah.
gosh, I think that's Kendari.
Yes, that is Kendari. Mickey, make an animal handling check.
I'll do a little prayer first, so a little guidance, and then animal handling.
You know, I can just talk to him, right?
Oh, you could talk to him too.
Yeah, I can just use my speak with animals for my primal awareness, and I'll try to convince the horse to go back to Anatoly. Basically, follow the coast up until it gets to Anatoly,
Where's the coast?
and then I'll point to the east. Go to the coast this direction, and then take a left and go up the coast.
Got it. Which way's left?
And I'll like go up to the horse. I'll be like, this side of you, and I'll tap his left side.
Okay, I think I got it.
Ori's gonna take William, aka Billy, the twig doll, and attach it to the horse's saddle to accompany him on his journey to Anatoly.
Aww.
Kendari looks a little confused.
That's okay. I could send Ash, I guess, and be like, hey, we got a horse heading towards Anatoly, keep an eye out, and have him if he finds his way there.
You mean to Alex?
Who did I say?
You said Ash.
Oh, these 8 names. Yeah, I think I'll send to Alex. Like, hey, we're
Horse.
sending horse your way, white horse.
With a doll.
Billy, the doll. I'm losing my mind. How are you and Emma? Hope she's better? See, it's not just about the horse, it's also about Emma, okay?
After a moment, Alex will say, okay, I don't necessarily need a horse, but thanks. Emma, they're not letting me see her. She opened another fracture.
Oh, jeez.
Not sure what's going.
Okay. Well, yeah, Ori will tell them, like, Emma's being kept away from Alex. She opened another fracture. It's great we got this helm now. We can just bing, bang, boom. We can head right back to Anatoly once we get Alabaster squared away and talk to Varol.
Yeah, this is good.
Oh, I forgot to tell Alex his name in this sending.
The horse's name?
Yeah. Who else's name? I mean, I guess I could have also told him the doll's name. Kendari and
Say the doll's
Billy.
name. I'm pretty sure you did say the doll's name.
Oh yeah, I did say the doll's name.
Alright, let's teleport.
Oh, playing D&D after working for 11 hours is not the
You're doing
best.
great.
Alright, sorry. Okay, here we go. Let's teleport.
So Corvus will need to be
yeah.
awake and willing to teleport.
Ah, shoot.
Okay, so I smack him to wake him up, and then I cast command.
I mean, you could like give him 1 hit point, right? Of lay on hands. That'll wake him up.
Oh yeah, I can do that. I can
And then
Or we can
if he's-
just ask him if he wants to go back to
Why would he go back?
his tower.
We're not
He
going
would,
to the
he
tower.
would probably think we're playing into his hands if we say we want to go to the tower. That's his home turf. But it would also give him a heads up about where we're
Yeah.
going and our plans. So I don't know.
Okay, I'll give him 1.
Does the creature just have to be willing to go through the circle? They don't have to know where we're going, right?
Technically, they would not have to know where you're going.
Okay, we can try to convince him without telling him where we're going.
Lie to him. Tell him we're going somewhere
Or
else.
I could cast Calm Emotion and then he would become willing.
Whatever we want to do.
I think your spell slots are more important for, Smite.
Okay?
So I can try casting.
Just make sure you turn off the immovable rod before we move.
Oh yeah. But not before we
splits
know
in
if
half.
Calm Person works or not. But
I lay
after
on hands for 1 to give him 1 hit point.
With a touch of her hand, Mari gives Corvus 1 hit point, and he's no longer unconscious.
DC 18 Charisma save. Haha!
Oh, that's so close.
I can make the target indifferent about creatures of your choice. That is hostile towards. So I'm gonna make Corvus or Alabaster Stein, I don't know really which, indifferent to us. Hey, bud, do you want to come through the portal with us?
Make a persuasion check with advantage, Ori.
You don't want us out here in the wilderness, do ya? All by your lonesome?
Also, Corvus, roll an
Tied
insight
to the-
check.
Man.
No, not good enough.
Even though it's nat 20, it's still not good enough. So Corvus is willing to be teleported.
Yeah!
Fabulous. We do that.
So with Mari using her helm to teleport everyone, what is your destination?
Going to...
Well, we probably should just teleport into the middle of Lux, right? We might teleport into somebody.
I mean, we could go right outside the armory. We've been there a few times. We know exactly where it is.
True.
But I don't know if there's many people hanging out there. Unless you want to teleport in the middle of the Coliseum or something. But
Wow.
getting out of there, another issue. But yeah.
Or maybe the coast. Kind of like that cave where Emma and Alex practiced. That's probably like close enough.
I mean, I guess when Corvus showed up, the teleportation circle showed up first, right? Like the orange circle. So I think people would see that and get out of the way.
True.
So I don't think we would just like. I think it's more like stepping through a door, right? Like it's not just appearing
Yeah.
out of thin air.
You could put it like 7 feet up or something, and
I think we'll be fine
Ooh boy. There's a.
I'm just gonna go right...
because we'll be able to see
Right.
through it, and we can see if there's going to be anybody that we'll bump into.
Uh-huh.
We can just tell
I
them
think the
to
armory.
kindly get out
Do
of
we
the
think
way.
the armory is safe? We lock him away in a cell and he'll be fine while we...
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea either. If we can have them.
I don't know if he has wizardy powers. Sorcery. I don't know what... Oh, that's just nice.
They've got to have some sort of magical cell, though.
Did Verroll give you anything, Mickey, that we could use as an associated object for this teleportation? Or is there anything on Corvus we could use something on Corvus to teleport into the wizard's tower? And that'd be an associated object. That bag, that coin bag. We could use the coin bag, right?
So we want to go straight to the wizard's tower?
We could do that with his coin bag, I think. Is what that would count as an associated object. And you've
thought we
been
were
to
gonna,
the
like-
wizard's tower.
Drop him off somewhere.
I'm just trying to think of what associated objects we might have to make sure we don't have a 25% chance of messing this up.
I mean, is the helm itself an associated object?
do we have anything from the Glory
I don't know.
Road? We could just go there.
That's an hour away from, or half an hour away from Lux. That's kind of far.
You have your sending stone from Nock.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's not necessarily
It's
going
like
to get us.
associated with the Black Rose lair.
Yeah.
Do we buy jewelry or anything, or?
Yeah, we bought
My
like.
bone, my tooth earrings were made in the market area. I guess.
I think I got my goggles at the.
Oh,
Or
my
the
clothes.
goggles, yeah.
Our fine clothes.
Or the
from
clothes, the tailor shop. Like, I
tailor
mean,
shop?
we can go anywhere.
We have
Let's go to
plenty.
the
We've
tailor
got plenty
shop.
of
Let's go to the
options.
tailor shop. Yeah.
Does the spell consume that or not?
I don't think it says so.
I have a pocket
no.
square.
I've got my fancy green hat.
It just says you possess you. No, it doesn't say. It doesn't consume it. No.
If it does, I can lose a pocket square.
So
Alright,
at
we'll go
this
to the
point,
tailor shop.
Ori
Outside the
realizes
tailor.
that calm emotions only last for 1 minute.
Go.
Cast it again. Is it run out? Has it run out?
Yes, it has run out.
I cast it again. Shoot, we should have talked about this beforehand.
So stupid.
Corvus making the charisma saving throw.
Spell slot after spell slot.
It's still a failure.
Okay, we go to the tailor shop. Just outside the tailor shop.
We gotta convince him to go through again.
Oh.
Hey, bud, you want to come through this cool? Portal with the...
Why are we like this?
I'm sorry.
We can skip the roll this time. Since Corvus is indifferent.
Okay, we go outside the whatever I just said, the tailor shop.
Alright. The
There,
unnamed
done.
tailor shop in Lux. So let's have Mari roll a D100.
Oh no.
Roll
I
high.
mean, does it not count as an associated object? Well, that should be fine.
Is it fine?
Yes. Yes, it is fine. The party sees a much larger orange portal appear, with everyone stepping through the portal. Everyone suddenly finds themselves standing inside the small tailor shop within Lux with 4 horses. With the horses
Sorry.
knocking over several mannequins and looking very confused why they're inside.
So sorry. So sorry.
I
Yeah, I usher
prestidigitation
the
any
horses.
mess. I prestidigitation all the mess.
I usher the horses out.
I escort the horses from the establishment.
Dakun will step out from the back with a very confused look and just ask,
Sorry.
So sorry. So sorry.
First time using this teleportation thing. We're a little off target.
I tip him one of the platinum pieces and then
Thank you. Yeah.
I thought you would send us to outside of the shop. Just outside.
I did the best I could.
You did amazing. Darling. And you said that we all stepped through the portal. We did not all step through the portal. Kandari was left behind, and I will not have him forgotten so quickly.
yes, everyone but Kendari. But with everyone slowly leading the horses out of the now very messy shop, the party is now standing in the streets of Lux.
Ori leaves 10 gold on the counter as she walks out. As an
Plus the
apology.
platinum?
No, Mickey already left
Mickey
the
left the
platinum.
platinum. Keep
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
it.
But that's only 5 gold, right? Or is
One
it platinum?
platinum's 10 gold.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 5.
That's plenty. We didn't. That's
a lot.
no damage.
Okay, fine.
All right. So where are we heading? To the wizard's tower?
Corvus is still tied to the horse. We can re-tie him to the. Can we? Is he tied to the horse still?
Yeah, I want to check his.
Cause like, I don't think we would have untied him because we didn't like harm him. We just tied him to the horse.
As at this point, Ori realizes her calm emotion spell has now ended once again.
Perfect. Just punch his face and take away that one
I
hit
punch
point.
him up. I knock him out.
And with Mari giving a hard punch right at Corvus, he falls
Non-
unconscious
A
once
hard,
again.
non-lethal punch.
It's also at this point the party hears, hey, stop, what's? And as they turn and look, there are 2 Kingsmen who are running towards them.
Oh, come on.
One of
Our-
them's, yeah, they have their hands on their swords, still in their scabbards, but not drawn, but still on their swords. And as they look at Mari, who just punched out Corvus, who is tied to a horse, they'll ask, what's this about?
Hmm.
We have a situation here.
Say that again. What's going on?
We have a situation here.
Yeah, this man is being possessed, and he tried to kill us. We have restrained him, and we would appreciate your help locking him up in the armory.
Make a persuasion check, Ash.
Oh no. Or he smiles behind Ash's shoulder. Ting.
The king's...
Huh? How about now? How about now?
the Kingsmen look at... The Kingsmen look at one another, not convinced at all, then look back over towards all of you and say, none of you are going anywhere until we figure this out.
I mean, we know Sheth. We've worked with Sheth. He's the lawmaster, is he not?
It's the truth.
Oh, you know Sheth? So do we.
Great! We could all be such good friends instead of having this silly argument because we are trying to help our dear friend Corvus here in a case of
It's a classic Freaky Friday.
You see, he ate this fortune cookie.
So at this point, the party realizes that there are a few people walking by who are stopping at a distance to stare and wonder why there's a tall half-orc who is tied up and tied to a horse. As more people slowly stop to walk by, the party does see two more Kingsmen walk over.
Oh, jeez.
Time for this.
Here, we can sort this out. Just escort us to the armory.
We will go peacefully to the armory.
Yes, and we can talk with Sheth and we'll get it sorted out.
There's no need to get too excited here.
Make another persuasion check, Ash.
Advantage? I was helping.
Sure, advantage.
I didn't need advantage.
Hey, he didn't. But I wasn't sure.
Yeah, most of the time he does.
So with the party being led to the armory by four Kingsmen who all still have their hands on their weapons, still looking very unsure about what's going on, they're nervously looking at Corvus. As everyone reaches the outside of the library, Corvus, make a strength check with disadvantage.
He is unconscious, basically.
Oh, sorry.
We did knock him unconscious.
That's right, he is unconscious. Never
you
mind about that.
You gotta roll a d4.
Oh, I thought this was some other trick you had up your sleeve.
Like, oh no.
Like, oh no, Alabaster
I hit him again!
Remotely cast healing word.
So now, as the party walks up to the armory, the two Kingsmen standing guard out front are looking very confused. One of them will say, what's all this about? I don't know,
we recognize?
I don't know,
Yeah.
just get Sheth.
Do we see any of the Josiahs or the Jasons or the Jacobs? Did we go to the Flump Cave with?
You do not see any of the Kingsmen who you went to the Flump Cavern with, no.
Dang.
But one of the Kingsmen will run in, and after a couple minutes, the party will see him walk out with the tall, orcish lawmaster, who the party know and recognize as Sheth.
Good morning, Sheth. All right.
What's going on? Untie him!
We can't.
No, we can't. That would actually be unadvisable. He is currently possessed by an evil creature of unknown origin. He tried to attack and kill us just an hour ago, basically. And we were hoping you could just keep him in a cell until we fix the possession. I'm sure you've met Corvus. You know how he talks. If he wakes up in 2 hours and sounds like himself, feel free to let him out. But if he sounds like a weirdo, which he will, just keep him in the cell. It's impossible to mistake Corvus for Corvus, and I assure you he does not sound like Corvus right now. We'll pay you room and board for it even, if that would make you feel better.
Make a persuasion check, Ori. Sheth will let out a sigh, and then say, "Follow me."
Thank you. Ori will whisper to Ash, I'm glad you decided to tell the truth. I was thinking about lying about him being drunk or something, but I don't know how that would have gone.
I mean, I've always found that, at least with these guys, don't mess around. I don't like it. Every time we've tried that, shenanigans have ensued.
Like, are the horses, do we tie them up outside too? We don't want to bring them in here.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't care if we tied them up.
Mari! There are party members.
We went through all that trouble just to bring them.
They barely even like us.
Special K and I have a bond that will never be broken. Probably.
With Corvus being locked up in a cell, Sheth will look at the rest of the party and say, I'd like to have a word about all of this.
Very well.
Sure.
I will use the immovable rod to tie up the horses.
Yes, to quarters.
It's our little meeting space with Sheth. It's where he brings us.
The horses do not go.
Nice try, Ash.
Special K, no!
And with the party minus the horses in the guest quarters, Sheth will sit down in a chair and ask, so tell me again from the beginning, you said he's possessed by a creature of unknown origin?
Well, not exactly unknown to us, but we do know who is responsible. And it happens to be the wizard whose tower is just beyond the walls of the armory. Alabaster Stein, I don't know if you've heard of him.
He's the court wizard. Of course I've heard of him. His
See,
tower's
Ash,
not
this-
here. It hasn't been seen for almost 3 weeks.
Oh,
Does it
no.
move around?
Or you would have remembered that after Corvus first entered the wizard's tower, after he walked out, the party would have realized the tower disappeared.
Well, I
and
thought it was
reappeared
just
later.
going invisible. I didn't think it was like... I didn't realize it was like teleporting.
Sheth will say, yeah, the wizard can make it teleport out, but you see, the king, and me too, frankly, has been worried about Stein's random disappearance and his somewhat odd behavior recently.
He sent Corvus to kill us while possessing him. I was able to read his thoughts, and Stein placed his mind into Corvus and then sent him to murder us. His only friends. I'm sorry I said unknown origin. I wasn't sure how much I should say in front of the other Kingsmen. But obviously we can trust you with this. I wasn't sure if Stein would be particularly popular and you would have a hard time believing us, maybe, that he would do that.
I'm not the only one who you can trust.
Was there someone else you wanted me to trust at the moment? Or was that just...
Yeah, follow me. With that, Sheth walks out of the guest quarters.
I'm going to use sorcery points to cast Detect Thoughts.
Using sorcery points to cast Detect Thoughts, you see that Sheth is thinking about the king.
I will use my telepathic speech to alert everyone that we are being brought to the king. I will not be probing Sheth's thoughts deeper. And so I will let the spell go.
And with Ori learning that information, we're going to take a 5-minute break.
Woo!
Okay.
After Sheth leads the party out of the guest quarters in the armory, he will quickly speak to a couple Kingsmen, and after a moment, Corvus is led out with a strange metal gag over his mouth so he will not be able to speak. It appears that the Kingsmen have put him in shackles, as opposed to the rope which the party had. And with Corvus more securely chained up, Sheth, joined by 4 Kingsmen, will lead the party to the keep in Lux. The Kingsmen who are standing guard outside will give Sheth a salute before opening the front doors. As the party walks straight in, they step through the small entry area. They see it's a long hallway. They do not see any rooms on the far sides. They do see another set of double doors straight across the hall from them, guarded by 2 more Kingsmen. Those Kingsmen also give Sheth a salute and open the front door. And as the party walk in, they see the inside of the large keep here in Lux. The party sees the tall, 25-foot-tall chamber is lit by dozens of chandeliers hanging down from the ceiling. The ceiling itself is held up by 4 intricately carved columns, which are supporting the ceiling. Over on the left side, the party sees a long dining room table, with no one sitting at it, although the party does see there is some food sitting on there, which is growing cold. In the middle of the room, there is a long carpet leading to 2 thrones on a raised platform on the far wall. Sitting in front of the platform are 3 elves who the party recognizes.
Uh-oh.
The party sees two high elven men with long, fine robes and long hair. The blonde man the party recognizes as Eldril Agarvran, Mori's father. The brown-haired man, Kriston Levnonin, a rival to Eldril. The party sees the third elf is a female wood elf wearing green and white robes, with a white pin on the front. The party recognizes her as Vendra, the divination dean at Eastmarch. And sitting in one of the thrones set in the center of the platform, the party sees a tall man who looks to be around 50 years old. His skin is pale and his eyes are brown. His full but trimmed beard and his long blonde hair show several gray hairs. He's wearing a fur-lined blue cloak set over a set of gold, silver, and white robes, which contains a familiar crest on his chest, the crest which the party recognizes from the king's personal guard. As Sheth walks forward, so do the kingsmen, who are leading Corvus closer to everyone.
May I follow?
Are you sure you want to bring him in here?
There's an Eastmarch dean with us. If you're worried about anything magical happening, I think we'll be okay. Thus Sheth responding.
Mari mumbles, your funeral.
When we get up there, I'm gonna make sure to kneel in front of the king.
Ori will give a slight bow with a nod of her head, but that's about it.
Mari takes a knee. Can't help it.
I'll do the appropriate bow.
It's at this point the party hears one of the kingsmen over by the entrance say, and presenting Queen Theowyn Windsor. As the party turns around and looks, the party sees several people enter into the chamber. One of them is the elven woman Atreya, the head of security for Kriston and friend of Mari's, who's wearing black fencing gear. Another woman standing next to her is a tall human woman with fair skin, long blonde hair, and blue eyes. She's wearing a tight-fitting gray fencing outfit. And quickly walking behind her are a few attendants who all appear to be trying to put on a crown and a cloak similar to the king behind her, all while frantically trying to make her look more presentable. But the queen will just try to turn her head back and say, it's fine. It's okay. With the attendants leaving, Atreya will move up to stand next to Kriston while giving a smile over towards Mari. The queen will take a seat in the throne next to the king.
Ori will lean back and mutter to Mari were we expected or something? This seems kind of convenient.
I don't know.
Sheth will say, Your Majesty, I have some information regarding the disappearance of Stein. The Crown Gall can fill in the details for you, as Sheth takes a step to the side.
Yes, you see, our friend Corvus here, we knew had a connection to Stein. I'm trying to remember, how much I know canonically as Ori. Did we know that Stein saved Corvus's life?
You would not know that specifically, but Corvus has mentioned he had a large debt and he owed Stein a lot.
Corvus was indebted to Stein for reasons not clear to us, but when he insisted that he needed to go with Stein to help pay off that debt, we naturally acquiesced. We were outside of Anatoly, a bit southwest of Anatoly, earlier today when Corvus appeared to us, and instead of a beautiful reunion with a friend, he called us loose ends and summarily tried to kill us all until we were able to restrain him and use the helm that I presume Stein gave him to teleport back to Lux in the hopes of finding a way to contain Corvus while freeing him from the influence of Stein, who seems to want to murder us all. Which I don't know why, since if he had just pretended to be Corvus, we probably would have been fine with it. I don't know.
Or just not.
Or not come back to us and I don't know. We probably would have tried to go after him eventually, but honestly, I don't know why he needed to kill us.
The king lets out a small sigh and says, I was afraid Stein had turned. It appears my worries were unfortunately correct.
What else has he done, if you don't mind me asking?
As Vendra walks over to take a look at Stein/Corvus, the king will say, How much do you know about Stein?
Just that
Next
he's
to
the
nothing.
court wizard. He had an interest in Corvus. That's about. He lives in a tower.
tell him about what you saw in your detect thoughts, the bodies and.
Oh, well, I did see Stein. There are two Steins somehow, and one of them put his mind into Corvus. So I guess I saw a little bit of the inside of his wizard's tower, but I don't fully understand the context of what I saw.
Vendra will speak up and say, Stein is dying. It appears that, in an attempt to save himself, he put himself inside your friend here.
Is there a way to get him out?
Is Corvus's mind still somewhere in there?
I don't know, but I know one way we can find out.
Please.
Vendra will look over towards you, Mickey, and ask, do you have a diamond on you?
I do. I think you have the 300 one, is that right, Ori?
Ori has the diamond that is worth,
I have a 300 one. I have a 100 one.
I have a 1,000 diamond. What quality diamond are you looking for?
I thought we had a 300. I have 100.
What? I'm asking her, what quality diamond do you need?
Revivify should work.
So I'll pass over the 1,000.
Well, Revivify is 100 gold piece, so I'll get that one.
Oh, it's 100. Oh, okay.
Revivify is a 300 gold diamond, which is required.
300? Oh.
Dang it. Is there any way I can give you this 1,000? Is there...
Can we get change?
Can I get change? Can I change this diamond out for 1,300?
Wait, I do have minus 300 for Revivify, so...
Oh,
I'll get that
okay.
over.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I didn't want to throw away 700 gold.
The party sees the king and Eldril roll their eyes, while they do see the queen tries her best to suppress the smile on her lips. Atreya is having a much harder time.
Pardon us peasants who don't have access to the treasury of the entire kingdom, worrying about pocket
The light
change.
moment, however, is quickly stopped as the party watches as Vendra sends a ray of frost right at the center of Corvus's chest. Unexpectedly, and as his body falls over, they realize he's no longer breathing.
Okay, cast
I've been kneeling
Revivify.
this whole time. I stand up and I have my hand on my sword.
Alright, well, okay, now bring him back.
She'll look over at Mickey. Well?
Go.
She didn't take the diamond to do something. She just wanted me to cast it. I'll cast Revivify. Where is it?
Corvus, roll a d20.
Uh-oh.
Roll high, roll high.
Oh.
Whew.
Hey, welcome to the 2 Death Club.
So
Pretty
Corvus
exclusive.
finds himself falling through a black void. As he's falling, he sees 2 lights that are down underneath him. One of them appears to have a slightly warm feeling, which washes over him as he stares down towards it. The other, as he looks towards it, hears this loud, howling, chaotic wind. But as he's falling, he feels this strange urge to drift towards the 2 different points in this void. There's something within him which refuses to give in, and he refuses to choose. And so he continues to fall, and fall, until he suddenly opens up his eyes, and he finds himself lying on the floor in a large keep. As he looks around, he does not recognize anyone standing around him.
Can I stand up?
You are still currently chained
Corvus?
and gagged.
Can we get this off of him?
The king will say, let him speak first. And so the kingsmen undo the piece around his mouth.
Who are you? Where am I?
Corvus?
How dare you bind me?
Is Corvus still a half-orc?
He is still a half-orc, yes.
Corvus, it's...
How do you know my name?
Oh
But
no.
no. Well, at least he's Corvus and not.
Well, it's definitely Corvus and not Stein, yes. Corvus, I'm a friend, I promise.
I don't know you.
You've been traveling with us for months.
That's not possible.
Oh.
Where's my clan? What have you done with them?
Nothing. We've done nothing. You left them a long time ago. Of your own volition, I think.
I'll touch him and try and remove curse. I've got to use a 4th level spell slot for that.
Casting Remove Curse on Corvus, he does not feel anything change about him.
I look at the dean and like, is there anything you know about restoring memories that we can do for him at all? Do you know why this would have removed his memories of us, but he remembers like his clan and stuff?
Or can you go into his mind?
Oh.
Vendra will look at Corvus and ask, what was the last thing you remember before waking up here?
I was with the remains of my clan, and we were ambushed in the woods. Where are they?
Do you know when that happened?
That was yesterday.
Oh boy.
Let me be more specific. Do you remember what month that was yesterday you were talking about?
Yeah, let me look up the whole calendar real quick.
Corvus would have remembered it would have been Snowden for that month.
It was the month of Snowden, of course.
In the year 1998, here in the Age of our Kingdom.
1998? No, 1996.
Years? He's missing years?
Vendra will just nod her head and says, yeah, that's your problem.
Do you know if there's a way to fix it?
I don't know. This is not
Well-
my area of expertise.
Do you know whose area it would be? What sort of person's area it would be?
She does know, but the DM needs to look up the name of said person. Vendra will say, Melora might know. She's the enchantment dean at Eastmarch.
Thank you. Thank you for all your help.
You're welcome. At this point, the king will look over towards Corvus and ask, and what do you remember about Alabaster Stein?
I don't know who that is.
We might need Corvus's memories to help you deal with Stein. I don't know.
At this point, Eldril will say, well, with all due respect, your majesty, there are more pressing matters at hand as this appears to have been temporarily resolved.
You're not gonna attack anyone, right, buddy? We can untie him. We can untie you, right? And you're not gonna freak out? We promise we don't mean you any harm.
Just keep your hands off me.
Very well.
After
Will
the
you please
Kingsmen
untie
all unchain Corvus, all of them will take a few steps back with their hands on their weapons, ready in case something happens with Corvus. Also, Mickey would have known that casting Revivify on Corvus, the diamond was not consumed, and you still have it.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Until we get an idea that Corvus is not gonna do something weird, I'm not gonna heal him yet.
This man has been on one hit point for so long today. So much of today.
Corvus, we'll get your memories back.
I know everything I need to know.
Ori
So-
will... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, somebody said there were more pressing matters.
Yeah, I was
Could it-
gonna hazard a
Could it
guess
say, could it be a fracture by any chance?
in Anatoly.
The king will say, yes. As it appears there have been more than one, from my understanding.
Yes, and one recently.
Speaking of fractures, I don't suppose you could do maybe us a favor and just put out a declaration of war
Yeah!
for the fractures.
Yeah, I think it's time that we as a country take a stand and acknowledge the dangers, because it's not just Emma making fractures, obviously, since there was some in the wastes that we were dealing with in the fort. Silva. It's time to mobilize properly, we think.
Ori, make a persuasion check with advantage because Ash was helping you.
Yes.
The king says, these last few months, I've not just been idly sitting here in my throne.
I'm sure that wasn't the insinuation I meant.
I have been investigating to make sure these were not isolated incidents, and they are not. War is not a course of action which I would prefer, but it is a necessary one, and we will be ready. However, one reason why the first Fracture War lasted as long as it did was because Tashan kept us divided. If we were going to get through a second war, we need to make sure everyone works together.
I can see the wisdom in that. Is there something you would ask of us then? We are already working with Varol through the church, trying to collect helpful and significant artifacts.
Part of working together is making sure communication is key. So moving forward, if you do encounter any possible threats, possible extraplanar threats, I need to be aware of them to make sure we do not have yet another riot breakout, which could possibly be prevented. The party notices the king's eyes dart over towards Kriston after that comment.
Is he referring to, Petra?
Make an insight check.
Twig Springs.
Gosh.
You're not entirely sure.
Does Kriston have any kind of reaction to the king looking at him?
With your insight check, you're not quite sure what Kriston's
Alright.
thinking.
Can I glance over at Atreya and see if she had any reaction to this?
Yeah, make an insight check.
Then,
Any better?
You're also not quite sure about Atreya's thoughts at the moment.
in the interest in full, clear communication, I assure you our cooperation is also contingent on the well-being of our ward Emma, as she is in the care of the city of Anatoly. I know she doesn't make things easy with her powers, but I just hope no one is tempted to take the easy solution.
Vendra will speak up and say, the easy solution might be the only solution.
Then you can count me out of any kind of cooperation or communication. That's all I'm saying. That's my easy answer to your easy solution.
It's at this point, the queen will look back and forth between Ori and Vendra, clearly sensing the tension and the disagreement, and will ask, forgive me, what is this easy solution?
I assume it would be any harm brought to Emma or undue restriction or punishment unto her to prevent further fractures. I definitely think she needs help and treatment, but if a hair is harmed on her head in the process of that, I'm out.
She may single-handedly be able to bring us to war.
Well, wouldn't it be you bringing us to war if you harmed her?
One life to save thousands?
I guess so.
Is at this point, the queen will hold out a hand and say, we are not going to hurt or kill one of our citizens who has not committed a crime. At which point, Vendra will say, you have not seen the damage in Anatoly that's been wrought by the flail snails and the quicklings that were running rampant through the city.
Not her fault. Something
She
was
is
done to
opening
her.
the fractures. Whether or not they're intentional, they're still her fault.
Then not her intention. But I've made my position clear, I think. And I'll look to the queen and say, thank you, milady, for your understanding.
The queen will give a nod towards Ori, and the king will say, the deans of Eastmarch University and the priests of the church are doing everything they can to find a solution. What we don't have is time. It appears her condition is getting worse.
Could there be some kind of anti-magic field put up around her to prevent further fractures from occurring?
Vendra
Have
will
you tried
say,
that?
Vendra will say, it's not quite that simple.
So it's been tried?
Yes, tried and failed. You have to understand, a fracture is not some simple little trick that one learns in their first year at the university. It is the multiverse itself bursting forth with arcane energy
Oh,
that
we
is not
understand.
easily held back.
I didn't say the right thing would be easy.
Well, my solution, you may call it easy, but believe me, it's not.
Seems a bit too easy.
You have to be prepared to do what you must if she cannot
Oh,
control what she can do.
I assure you I am very prepared.
It's at this point the party sees a Kingsman quickly walk in. After he walks up, he stands next to Sheth, about to say something. Then he awkwardly turns back and forth between Sheth and the king and queen and says, Your Majesty, give a quick bow. And awkwardly looks back and forth between them before whispering something to Sheth, at which point the party sees the expression in Sheth drop to one of grave concern.
Can I hear what he whispers?
Make a perception check.
Ooh?
You catch something about the girl in Anatoly. Sheth will say, Tell everyone what you just told me. At which point the Kingsman, looking very nervous, will just say, well, Your Majesties, giving a quick bow, and everyone, the girl being held in Anatoly's armory escaped.
Mari, you have to take us to Anatoly now.
Well, she's not in Anatoly, at least we don't think she is.
Well,
We
I'm
think
sure
she's outside the city.
I'm sure she's closer to Anatoly than to Lux.
The king will hold out a hand and say, Please let him finish. What happened? Well, it appears that, well, she sorta, turned several people to ash.
Oh no.
This happened when they tried to touch her.
I'm not sure. The queen will ask, Do you know who was killed? It was a few Kingsmen and, the 2 people from the university who were trying to help her. Vendra will walk up right in front of the Kingsman and say, Be more specific. What do you mean people from the university? Well, the 2 wizards, the, deans, I think? They have the robes like you. Vakri and Rovel. Were those the 2? A Kalishtar and a Dark Elf? Yeah. Those are them. And at this point, Vendra will turn towards the king and queen and give a bow and say, We need to find her before something worse happens. And as she begins walking out of the chamber, she'll give a hard look over towards you, Ori, and say, I'll do what I have to.
I'm sorry for your loss. Mari, let's go. We have to go.
Corvus, will you come with us?
I have nowhere else to go.
Perhaps we can help you figure out what happened to your clan.
That is a deal I am willing to make.
Sheth will ask the Kingsman, Are the teleportation circles in the armory still intact? Yeah, I believe so. He'll look towards the party and say, Come to the armory.
Thank you.
I will need a weapon of some kind.
Oh.
Oh.
Do you not have 20 more in your pockets right now, Corvus?
I just assumed I was disarmed
yeah.
by the Kingsmen.
Probably.
Yeah. I think you're gonna need this, and I'll hand him his halberd.
With the party and the Kingsmen slowly handing over Corvus's large arsenal of weapons, Sheth will give a bow towards King and Queen. As the party walk out, Mari notices Atreya mouth out the words, Be safe, before it looks like Eldril and Kriston and Atreya have a few more words with the Kingsmen.
Before we go, I'll touch Corvus for 24 more hit points.
Corvus will nod at Michaelmas and say, Thank you.
Oh, I'm Ash, by the way.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm Oriole, but everyone calls me Ori.
And Michaelmas.
But we all call him Mickey.
I'm Mari.
And that little guy's Dash. Don't mind him.
Ruff, ruff.
He's more bark than bite.
And I am Corvus.
Nice to meet you.
Aww.
Welcome back.
With the party running with Sheth back towards the armory, the party sees their 3 horses minus Kendari are still tied up to the impossible rod outside the front of the armory. Sheth will say, I can have them stay in our stables.
Thank you. I'll retrieve the immovable rod.
The Kingsman will look very confused by the rod that's just floating in midair, and then suddenly being pulled away by Ori. The party,
I'm used to confusing people.
The party follows Sheth down into the basement of the armory. As they do follow him, the Kingsman will quickly stand guard, not even having time to salute before Sheth walks by. He'll direct the party to a specific room with a teleportation circle. And he'll say, Godspeed.
Thank you.
Chef, before we walk through this, any chance I can get a few more arrows for the journey? I can pay you for them.
Hang on. Jimmy! Yes, Lawmaster Chef. Grab some arrows. Yes, Lawmaster Chef. After a couple minutes, the Kingsman known as Jimmy will come back with 30 arrows.
Thanks, Jimmy.
You're welcome. And Chef will say, no need to pay me back for them. Now go.
Now, here's a gold anyway. Get yourself a drink after work.
Chef will catch the coin after you flip it to him, and he says, thanks. The party steps through the teleportation circle, and they land inside a similar-looking small room. And after everyone steps through, the party sees two Kingsmen who are standing inside. The party actually recognizes the pair. They see a short dwarf with a short brown beard and long brown hair, and a half-elven woman with long blonde hair, who both quickly draw their weapons. When they see the party, they stop, and the dwarf sighs again, as it appears it was the two who were outside the front of the armory the day the party came and left 3 times in one day.
Good to see you.
The dwarf will say, what are you...
Hi, no time to chat. Thanks so much for being here. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.
Take care, and I push past him.
With everyone pushing past, the dwarf will yell out, it's supposed to be for Kingsman use only.
We got permission from Chef.
Well, he didn't tell us.
Not my problem.
Bit of an emergency.
The half-elf will let out a long chuckle at that, but now the party quickly runs out of the armory. As they look around, the party does see a few Kingsmen running, and looking off in the distance, the party does see a couple tiny winged creatures, what look to be, by your best guess, fairies or fey creatures who apparently exited out of whatever fracture the Emma had opened.
Well, they seem to have this under control.
Are the fairies aggressive?
They do not appear aggressive. From what you can see, they appear to be mostly taunting the Kingsmen by flying just out of their reach.
Okay.
Can you
Perfect.
message her, or can we like locate?
Oh, I'll sending. Yeah, I'll do a sending
Follow the screams.
to Emma. Emma, we're in Anatoly. Where are you? Please, we want to help. We're gonna make it okay. Please help us find you.
Ori quickly hears the reply. You can't help me. Just stay away. I don't want to. No. I don't want to hurt anyone else.
She's very distraught. She won't tell me anything about where she is, but she is replying as herself, which seems
That's
good
good.
if she can hear my voice among the other ones. I don't... Anyone?
Mickey, do you have like locate creature? Is that a thing? Locate object? Locate?
Locate person, I think. Or is it locate creature?
I don't know.
It would be locate creature.
Which has to be within 1,000 feet of us, which isn't super far.
What if we just try and... Ash, can you try and track her?
I mean, I could try.
Where's Alex?
Oh, Alex, yeah. I guess we could try his dad's workshop? Or do we want to try tracking her from the armory, do you think? I'm assuming we don't see him around anywhere.
Make a perception check.
Oops, 15.
You do not, but what you do see is a human man with short red hair wearing cleric robes. You see it is Onder, one of the members of Mickey's cleric order, who apparently spotted all of you and begins running towards you.
Under, what happened?
Well, Emma apparently opened up another fracture. Not quite sure who closed it or how, but it wasn't open for too long, thankfully, but Kingsmen sort of have their hands full dealing with all the Fae that came through. I heard some people died inside. I'm not quite sure who.
Yeah, we heard that as well.
He will then look over towards Corvus and say, you look like you've seen better days.
Anders hasn't met him before, has he?
He has. The party did meet Ander and Christ on your first trip into Anatoly when
Oh,
Varol, first explain the quest to go out to the Eastern Isles.
right.
Andre, you don't know anything about helping somebody recover memories, do you?
I don't know.
Is there a Kingsman around?
Looking around, you do see there are a couple of Kingsmen who are still standing by the doors of the armory which you exited out.
I'll go back to one of them and say, do you know where the girl went?
No, but there's people looking all over in the city, so she probably ran off somewhere outside.
I think we just have to pick a direction and go.
Yeah.
Can I try to flag down one of the Fae fairies that are flying around and ask them, like, where they came from, like, where the fracture was, or if they know anything about Emma?
Make a persuasion check, Ash.
If they've seen her? Nope.
It appears that all of the Fae creatures are too busy harmlessly tormenting the Kingsmen to actually pay any attention to you.
I'm gonna fly up and see if I can see her.
Oh, interesting.
Make a perception check.
Or at least see if I can see, like, a direction she might have gone, or...
She probably would have gone, like, southwest, right? Because that's, like, the quickest way out of the city.
As Mari looks out, she looks out, and indeed, following the main road southwest of Anatoly, Mari just barely sees a column of smoke rise up in the distance.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go.
Alright,
Too bad we don't have the horses.
There was no way around that.
I know, but they would be so much faster.
Before the party leaves, Ander will reach over and put a hand on Corvus' shoulder and says, I hope this helps. And Corvus heals for another 25 hit points.
Yay. How many hit points are you at, Corvus?
We're just gonna hand on Ander's shoulder and say, thank you.
Oh, he's so polite.
You're welcome. Now, go find her. The party runs off towards the smoke. After running for almost half an hour, the party finally is able to get a better look over at the column. So as they continue to run, they eventually see a couple of trees which appear to be on fire. Ash, make a survival check.
Well, this is what I'm good at.
Yeah.
Nice.
Looking around, Ash, you see a couple sets of footprints, very large, giant-sized footprints.
Uh-oh. I think I should follow these. There's some big footprints here, guys.
Well, follow me. We'll follow you.
Following Ash, the party follows the footprints, and they quickly find two giants who they miss at first because of their gray skin. They appear to blend in with the rocky terrain.
Oh boy.
But as they see the giants quickly hear the party coming, and both of them stand up. The party sees one of them has a large patch of skin burned on his right arm. The other one has a large part on his left leg. It appears to have a serious blistering burn. As both the giants stand, one of them will yell out something in giant.
Are you guys okay?
Does anyone speak giant?
No.
Mm-mm.
Can we...
I will cast Comprehend Languages. I understand for an hour any spoken language. What are the giants saying?
The giant was yelling, "Who are you?"
Well, I can't answer that.
Can you, like, mental talk?
I mean, I would still be speaking to them in common.
Okay.
Or Elvish, I suppose. I could speak to them in Elvish. I guess I'll try Elvish. Heck.
Oh.
We're the Crown Gall. We're looking for the gal who burned you.
The giants will reply, "Well, we don't want any trouble.
Where'd she go?
We don't want any trouble."
We don't want trouble.
I'm just gonna go through. I'll speak in Orcish, I'll speak in deep speech, and I'll just say, have you seen a girl? She might have burned you.
They don't want any trouble. I don't think they're aggressive, at least.
Okay, let's just put your hands up and walk past them. Let's go.
I'm gonna try to, like, imitate the sounds they made at me to sound like I'm saying, we don't want any trouble, back to them.
Make a persuasion check, or with advantage.
Oof.
As the party slowly walks by the giants, they do not appear to be following you, although they do watch you leave.
Fair enough. Ash, do you see any other sign of her?
Make another survival check, Ash.
Nice.
Taking a moment to look around, Ash does find another set of prints of a medium-sized humanoid, which possibly could be Emma.
I think we should go this way.
I'll fly up. I'm gonna start flying like above the party to see like if I can see her.
Okay, make a perception check, Mari. Looking around, Mari, you do find another column of smoke off a little bit west of where you are right now.
Call down and say that.
Is that the direction the prints are going?
It is, yes.
Alright, great.
Right.
Confirmed. Emma's prints.
The party sprints off in the direction of the footprints. After sprinting for another 15 minutes or so, the party suddenly starts hearing the faint noise of someone crying.
Oh, baby girl.
And as they move ahead, the party sees Emma curled up underneath a tree, who appears to be crying and muttering to herself.
Emma. Or he's gonna like kneel down like right across from her, but like just kind of like cautiously like put an arm out to her hand. Like I don't want to like hug her or like, you know, restrain her too hard, just in case she'd freak out. Emma, I'm so sorry about what happened.
Don't touch me!
We're gonna figure this out, Emma, I promise.
No, don't. There's nothing I can do. Just make it stop.
Emma, I know it's awful and it's terrible, but I need you to trust us right now. I need you to believe that we can figure this out. Okay? You don't need to do this by yourself. We're gonna do our darndest to make sure no one else gets hurt because of what's been done to you. This isn't your fault, okay?
No, but...
If it wasn't you, it was gonna be someone else that they infected.
I killed them. I killed Valkyrie. I didn't... No, I'm not. No!
It wasn't you, it's the thing in your mind. Can I try something to see if this helps?
Go ahead.
I cast protection from evil and good and see if there's any effect.
Casting protection from evil and good does not appear to have any intended effects. Instead, the party sees and hears Emma scream, and Mickey, Ori, and Mari suddenly find themselves standing in the middle of a wall of fire, 20 feet tall. As the fire rises up out of the ground, the party also hears a loud thunder boom. As they look up, the party sees a fracture open up, like a lightning bolt shooting up out of thin air and staying stationary as it lets off a low cackling sound of arcane energy. And right over the fire, the three people inside and the two party members outside, the party sees a red-scaled hand and clawed hand reach out of the fracture before a second one does as well. As it grips the fracture, the party sees, pulling itself out of the fracture, is a young red dragon.
Oh boy.
As it looks around, it hovers 40 feet off the ground, and as it sees the three people, along with Emma, who looks like she might have passed out on the ground, we're going to end the episode here.
I cast create food and water.
Oh, no.
So 30 gallons of water.
You can do that when you roll for initiative at the start of next week's episode. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. We will see you next week.